Greetings, this is Wednesday Moon with your host, Michaela Rena, Tendadie, and it is Friday. Oh my goodness, the week has gone by so fast, and we've had an amazing stretch of information with the cards for the last week, definitely focusing on being authentic, taking care of your mental and emotional wellness, being okay with being vulnerable, and then also having the care become manifest for you. That has been literally the whole stretch of the week. So today, the set of cards that I ended up pulling are review cards, which makes sense because today's Friday, and this is, I do my segment Monday through Friday. So that's a pretty good thing. Let me just say this. So I didn't cook this rising. Oh my gosh, I woke up to this beautiful breakfast from, it was just amazing. I woke up to this beautiful breakfast, and hopefully you'll be able to see the picture that I haven't set, and what a way to wake up to have someone present you with just all of that love. So I didn't have to be in here doing my kitchen magic on my food. So kitchen magic was presented to me, and it came to me like, love, that's the only way you should do food. I'm telling you, you should love people to goodness. How can it get better than that? It just does. So anyways, okay, so with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into this reading. Okay, now this is the Seven of Fire. Now this is an interesting card. This is normally how we would see this, okay? This man, he's conquering that dragon. You see that? Okay. Now, but turned upside down, it's really that he's up in the air. He's literally having difficulty in maybe keeping promises. It seems that there are issues that are mounting against him, and he doesn't have a firm ground. He has an idea of what he needs to accomplish, but he doesn't have it. He doesn't have it firmly established, and so there's some intellectual, mental conversations that he's having with people, and it's a struggle. So this could be with relationships, it could be in your responsibilities at work, it could be bills, it could be family members that you're having difficulty with. Now this is, again, Seven of Fire. Fire is connected to the sword, and this is a reversed card. So this means in the last 7 to 10 days, and in the long term, about 70 days, that you've had difficulty being able to conquer and then navigate through conversation in regards to some responsibilities that you have or have had. Okay, now remember, today is about review. So this is what you've been dealing with, and this validates that it wasn't just all in your mind, that that the conversations that you've been having with people or with circumstances, it's not just in your head. You've really been dealing with this, and it has been a struggle, and it seems like you can't get in edgewise, or you cannot keep a promise, or you don't feel fully grounded. That's that card, and yes, you've been dealing with that. So fully acknowledge that. It doesn't mean you need to like wallow in it. Don't wallow in it. Just acknowledge it, so that you can move on. Now, the next card is the Five of Air. So now we're dealing with clubs. Okay, there you go. Or wands. Okay, just depending on which deck of cards you're using. Okay, and that's 5. 5 is change. However, this is very interesting because earlier in the week we had this card, and we were dealing with some sort of danger. But this card is different. This card is letting you know that the people that you think have your back have been speaking negatively about you. Almost as if to say that they are not sure that you can even deliver. That could be your job. That could be your coworkers. That could be family members. That could be your own mate. That could be your children. It could be your colleagues. It could be your students. It could be anybody. But all the work that you are doing, and you're looking forward, and you're seeing resources. Of course, in here it shows 5 different individuals with these guns, etc. However, they're looking out. But there's this burden. Today I got a different intuitive read about it. It's like that's the one friend that has got their back turned and speaking to you negatively. So therefore they may speak out one way, this way, but then over here with a bunch of friends are like, oh, such and so and so. You know, so you need to be very aware of those people and start to pull in your circle of friends and your family members and your colleagues. Literally start to look at who has your best interest, and you'll know it because you can watch the way that they talk when they're not even aware that you're watching them. So that means you need to be really observant, very, very intuitive. Okay, so this is so. Again, I'll put the story together in just a second. However, this is the card that says all the work that you've been doing, even in your conversations with people, they may not have fully believed in you, trusted you, and have on in your face spoken a certain way, but at the side of their neck they got another mouth and they're speaking another way. And you need to be concerned about those people. It doesn't mean you should love them less. It just means you need to learn how to love them. Right? Okay. Now, the third card is the Five of Fire. No, I'm sorry. Yes, Five of Fire. Oh my gosh, we got swords and wands. And it's five again. So this is a change in this energy. I love this card because we had a dragon where first the man was fighting the dragon and he's not grounded. However, this card, because it's a five, says that has switched. And you literally have conquered some things. You have manifested something that you need, and now you've squashed all negative talk. Doesn't matter who it's from or where it's from, even if it's in your own mind. Okay, because sometimes our own talk can be our own demise. So this is the indicator that, yes, you can get certain things done, and you literally have conquered the dragon. So first it was Seven of Fire, and that was where that negative chatter talk is out there. You're not able to conquer or take care of certain matters, maybe financial or friendship or connections with people or projects you can't get done. Okay. Then you've got people that may be speaking against you about that. Matter of fact, it could be someone that says, oh, this person does all these different things, but they can't get this done. Really? Wow. That happens. Okay. And that's that little birdie right there. Like, be careful of that bird. Okay. And they show who they are. So that's why you're supposed to be observant. However, the tables have turned, and your work that you've been doing is definitely paid off. So I'm just going to say, stay humble, enjoy the process, acknowledge where you are doing your work, because you need to acknowledge that you are doing the work. You need to acknowledge that you are using divine energy. You are using your intuition, and you're being observant, and you're paying attention, and then you're acting. But be humble in that, knowing that the things that you are working to acquire, you are getting so because of being authentic, because of being vulnerable, because of divine love. So just remember those things, okay? This is very, very amazing. I love this read. So this is a very I love this statement, and I believe I've said this one before. However, the affirmation needs to be stated again because it's very, very important. It is probably one of the foundations that I began to really put my affirmations into working order. And that's the one that I read earlier in the week. That was a quote by Christine Ponder. And it is, so apparently say it again because this reminder is necessary. You get definite about prosperity, so prosperity gets definite about you. Yes, this is true. I get definite about prosperity, so prosperity gets definite about me. Ashe, Oshe, Ashe. Now, with that being said, this is something else I want to encourage you to do. So let me get my pen. I have a lot of pens here. However, you would think that I would have some right now, and I do not. Oh, look it. I'm going to use my crayon. That's even better. Okay. Now, today, I want to encourage you to do something very special. It is called the prosperity tree, and I'm going to draw it here so that you can see what it is. Okay, so I want you to just draw a tree on your piece of paper. I encourage my students to do this at least once a week, okay? So, of course, you know, it's kind of archaic, but it is my prosperity tree. Just make a tree like this, okay? And inside the tree, I want you to write these words. So I'm going to write them too for myself. I am thankful and appreciative for my gifts, and this time I want you to say resources that I have received in the last 48 hours from this moment. Okay? And I want you to look at the time. So I'm going to put my time down, which is 11. Oh my gosh. 11:11 and a.m. And I'm going to put the date, which is 8/19/16. And then I'm going to write Ashe, Oshe, Ashe. There you go. So I wrote in my tree. And that right there literally gives the universe permission to deliver what has not even been yet fulfilled, because you are already appreciative for it. This is a powerful little tree. So that's your assignment. You've got your cards and your affirmation, and I want you to have an amazing weekend. I'll be back on Monday in my kitchen cooking some wonderful things or creating. I've got some candles, some hex breaking candles to make. I've got some running around town to do, hanging out with my daughter and a couple of friends, and having an amazing weekend. I have divine love for you. And